what my stepfather asked for, and everything changed. And that night, the night when everything transformed, I found myself utterly consumed by the moment. My legs are open, inviting a sense of intimacy and allure. My name is Haley. At 21, I find myself poised to unveil a cherished secret, one that has lingered in the shadows, hidden from the gaze of the world. As twilight envelopes the world, I find myself irresistibly captivated, not by indulgences or the charm of spirits, but by a deeper yearning, an intimate necessity that I cannot forsake, my clandestine companion. With a tender heart, I convey my profound gratitude to my extraordinary companion. Your unwavering support means the world to me. Now let us immerse ourselves in the profound depths of this enchanting narrative. At the delicate age of 18, a new chapter began, steeped in curiosity, solitude, and an intense unspoken yearning for something tantalizingly out of reach, a desire that stirred the depths of my soul. Once upon a time, I ventured into a realm of delightful secrets, where I discovered my very first treasure in the vast expanse of the internet. It was a delightful little pink creation, resting perfectly in my palm, awakening sensations within me that were both thrilling and unfamiliar. In the beginning, I indulged in it weekly. From that moment onward, it transformed into a clandestine ritual beneath the stars, revealing itself night after night. I yearn for it as the day fades, a ritual as intimate as the gentle caress of a toothbrush against my lips, as refreshing as a cool drink on a sweltering day. My body remains taut, longing for that exquisite moment, that authentic experience that ignites the senses. There are instances when I convince myself it's merely a routine, yet beneath the surface, I recognize that it holds a more profound significance. A hidden realm started to reveal itself, intricately entwined in murmurs and darkness, a cherished ceremony. Gentle melodies swirled in the twilight, undisturbed by the outside world. It was just me, enveloped by that soft tune, resonating deep within my soul. I have cultivated an intimate awareness of the intricate dance of self-exploration, knowing precisely where to apply tender caresses and the perfect stance to fully embrace my essence. A soft sigh slipped from my lips as I surrendered to the inviting warmth of my pillow's embrace, losing myself in its tender comfort. I toil with steadfast devotion. I share secrets that dance in the twilight, destined to remain hidden from the light. As the final moments draw near, I find myself suspended in a hushed reverie. In a world where shadows lingered, a story yearned to unfold, steeped in longing and the bittersweet taste of regret. In the solitude of an endless landscape, I cradled it tenderly, protecting the secret like a precious gem, never allowing a whisper to escape my lips to another soul. I discovered that I was powerless to act upon it. It remained, a whispered narrative just for me. Indeed, such was the tale, woven with threads of longing and whispered secrets. It was only after he claimed it as his sanctuary. Once upon a time there was a man named Grant, the one who captured my mother's heart and vowed to cherish her forever. In the world of virtual encounters, she found herself drawn to him on a dating app, a spark igniting in the shadows of their screens. Just weeks later he found himself nestled in our living room, comfortably seated on our couch, sipping from our mugs as if he were an integral part of our intimate sanctuary. Initially, the notion filled me with a sense of revulsion. The idea of inviting a stranger into our intimate world ignited a chill within me, particularly when it involved my sacred sanctuary. And then, as if drawn forth by the intoxicating allure of the narrative, he stepped into view. Grant exceeded every fantasy I had ever dared to dream. He exuded an intoxicating danger. Not in a manner that ignites a thrilling chill within you. Absolutely not. This was the kind of peril that sent a thrilling shiver through your body, igniting every nerve with a tantalizing intensity. He loomed with an alluring presence, his broad shoulders accentuating his form, while his voice, rich and deep, stirred something forbidden within her. His jawline was so sharply defined, it felt as though it could cut through the very atmosphere that surrounded him. His salt and pepper hair carried the allure of a captivating hero, reminiscent of a forbidden romance that ignites the senses. And then his arms enveloped me, adorned with the artistry of ink, profound, veins softly revealed, inviting my thoughts to drift into forbidden realms. From my hidden spot in the hallway, I observed him, his body glistening with effort as he moved through his workout, clad only in that tantalizing shirt. beads of sweat cascading down, reminiscent of delicate streams flowing with unspoken desire. With every sinew taut and every curve accentuated, the figure emerges as a celebration of power and allure. Deep within my soul, I felt the gravity of my decisions, yet an irresistible desire urged me to forge ahead. As I settled into the warmth of my evening ritual, echoes of him began to surface from the depths of my thoughts, stirring a longing that felt both familiar and forbidden. His arms encircled me, a tender embrace that felt both comforting and dangerously intoxicating. His calloused hands wrapped around my waist, a bold embrace that sent shivers down my spine. His voice caressed my ear with tantalizing secrets, igniting a forbidden thrill within me. A profound yearning awakened inside me, unearthing feelings I had never expected to confront. My thoughts overflowed with vivid dreams and gentle whispers of desires that grew more intense, more alluring, and undeniably captivating. And that night, the night when everything transformed, I found myself utterly consumed by the moment. My legs are open, inviting and unreserved. The enchanting device whispers softly against my skin, stirring a delightful thrill within me. With my eyes closed, I feel the elegant curve of my spine, a secret dance of desire unfolding within me. Before I fully embraced the moment, his name slipped from my lips like a soft whisper, barely heard, yet brimming with significance. In that fleeting moment, I lifted my gaze. He lingered at the doorway, a silent witness to the intimate tableau unfolding before him. What could be more devastating to the heart and spirit? I stepped forward with a determination that felt almost intoxicating. The atmosphere in the room was charged, pulsating with an unexpected energy, a longing that stirred the very essence of the soul. Grant lingered in the doorway, his fingers entwined with the frame, a silent struggle raging within him, as he fought against the magnetic pull of temptation. His gaze held mine, unwavering and intense, a silent promise lingering in the air between us. My gaze held steady, unyielding and determined as I claimed my space. Perhaps I ought to have. Perhaps I should have walked away, feigning it was merely an error in judgment. Yet I restrained myself. I discovered that I was powerless to act in that moment. As I explored the depths of my desires, my body reacted with a fervor that took me by surprise, rebelling against the boundaries I thought I understood. The intoxicating rhythm coursing through my veins, igniting a fire of desire. My heart quickened, a thrilling rhythm echoing in my throat as my chest heaved with each breath, a dance of desire unfolding within me. Yet it was his eyes, those deep gray orbs, that captivated me, stealing the very breath from my lungs. An insatiable desire consumed them, fueled by something deeper than simple intrigue. Surpassing mere astonishment, a deep yearning stirred within, as a wave of embarrassment washed over me, draping me in a heavy shroud of shame. Yet, the path I chose revealed itself in ways I could never have anticipated. It was an escapade laced with peril and allure. A tension enveloped my being, and an intoxicating thrum ignited within me, more potent than I had ever experienced. Grant advanced, his commanding presence casting a shadow over the corridor, as if the light itself hesitated to remain in his alluring proximity. In the stillness between us, I could sense the rapid rise and fall of his chest, mirroring the cadence of my own heartbeat, a silent dance of unspoken desires. He grappled with the tempest that raged deep within his soul. An intoxicating sensation enveloped me. My voice trembled softly as I started to spin my tale, yet I discovered myself caught in a delicate tapestry of unspoken desires. Your presence is not desired in this realm. At first, he decided to keep his thoughts to himself. Instead, he simply observed, his eyes captivated by the delicate dance of my fingers as they crafted their intricate tale. In that fleeting moment, an awakening enveloped my senses. I had not yet reached my conclusion. I moved ahead, urging the toy deeper, sensing its vibrations against me as if I were beckoning him closer. In a fleeting moment, the burden of desire enveloped me, a tantalizing heaviness that stirred something deep within. What was it that held my gaze so irresistibly? This man occupied the complex position of my stepfather. Ah, how delightfully intriguing this turn of events has become, wouldn't you say? Yet my body remained steadfast, as if it harbored a secret narrative, distinct from the tempest of feelings that danced within me. It yearned for the excitement, the enticing danger of his presence, even if it was merely through the depth of his gaze. A sensation of exquisite tension enveloped me, akin to a finely drawn string, poised delicately on the edge of breaking free. With a deep breath, I eased my pace, inching closer to the precipice of desire. In that moment, the silence was broken by the sultry timbre of Grant's voice. "Tell me to leave, Haley," he murmured, his voice thick with unspoken emotions. "Whisper the command to depart, and I shall follow your desire without hesitation." My breath caught in my throat, a tantalizing thrill coursing through me. The question he posed lingered in the air, stirring something deep within me, and I found myself captivated by its essence. He extended a seductive invitation to liberation. He was surrendering the reins of control to me, inviting a dance of power and desire. Yet, for reasons I couldn't quite articulate, a lingering hesitation held me back from fully surrendering to it. As I breathed in slowly, my fingers glided over the object, exploring its curves against my skin. Yet my thoughts drifted into a realm beyond the ordinary, entangled in a web of distant desires. It enveloped him, its gaze lingering on Grant with an intensity that stirred something deep within. With a deliberate slowness, I raised my eyes, locking them with his in a gaze that lingered just a moment too long. In that fleeting instant, my eyes were drawn to it, a forbidden allure that stirred something deep within me. The longing reflected in its depths, a mutual ache that resonated within my heart, an unyielding seductive hunger that grips the core of one's soul. "Please don't go," I whispered, my voice a delicate whisper in the heavy silence. His expression transformed, unveiling a profound layer of feeling that stirred something forbidden within. His lips parted, a quiet longing begging to be unveiled. Yet no whispers dared to escape into the silence. He advanced slowly, each step deliberate and composed, until he was beside my bed, a presence both thrilling and forbidden. His scent, deep and intoxicating, enveloped me in a warm, seductive embrace. In a moment that shimmered with unspoken desire, I sensed he might reach out to me, bridging the space between us with a tantalizing promise. I imagined him enveloping me in his embrace, fulfilling the desire that had begun to stir within me. Yet he lingered, tantalizingly close, just a breath away. We were so near that his warmth enveloped me, the heat emanating from him igniting a spark within. His gaze possessed a mesmerizing depth, enveloping me in a tender yet forbidden allure. In that moment, I found myself entwined in a seductive waltz, my body undulating against the gentle caress of the sheets, a deep yearning bubbling just beneath the surface, poised to consume me entirely. "Haley," his voice caressed the air, a tender murmur that lingered just above a whisper. "Is this truly what your heart desires?" A flicker of doubt stirred within me, casting a veil of uncertainty that teased at the edges of my resolve. Yet my mind was consumed by an undeniable desire to utter the word yes. As I inhaled deeply, I surrendered to the intoxicating moment, my hand gliding effortlessly, my body yearning for the thrill of this tantalizing encounter. I possess a profound belief. In that fleeting moment, he left me breathless with a move so daring, so utterly unforeseen, that it ignited a spark of intrigue within me. With a deliberate grace, he grasped the hem of his shirt, lifting it slowly, as if unveiling a secret hidden beneath the fabric. With every shift, his chiseled abs danced beneath the surface, taut and defined as he let the shirt fall away. As my gaze traced the elaborate patterns etched upon his skin, the tattoos only heightened his allure, rendering him increasingly perilous, yet irresistibly captivating. It was more than the inked skin or the sculpted physique that captivated the gaze. It was the irresistible allure that emanated from him. His movements danced with an exquisite elegance and deliberate finesse. He exuded an irresistible charm that ensnared the hearts of those around him. I found myself utterly captivated, powerless to withstand the allure of the moment that was unfolding before me. As I sank into my reverie, his warmth enveloped me, his silhouette a shield, exploring the hidden corners of my soul in ways I had only dared to imagine. He gazed into my eyes, his gray stare laden with desire, and inquired once again, "Are you truly certain?" This time I advanced with unwavering determination, each step deliberate and infused with a sense of daring anticipation. "Indeed, Grant, I carry that conviction deep within my soul." In that instant, the essence of reality transformed in ways both profound and intoxicating. The air was thick with anticipation as I stood on the brink of a line, the tension wrapping around me like a forbidden embrace. The burden of what lay ahead enveloped me, a tantalizing tension that stirred something deep within. In that fleeting moment, as the intensity between us surged, my thoughts were completely consumed by a deep and undeniable yearning. How profoundly I craved his presence. How deeply I craved his presence. There are instances in life that remain etched in time, moments that transform everything with the softest caress. This once belonged to me. Grant stood there, his bare chest rising and falling with each breath, a tempest of emotion swirling within him, as if he were caught in a passionate, unyielding battle with himself. Yet, his eyes, those deep gray orbs, beckoned to me, revealing that he had already succumbed to that alluring struggle. And thus it came to pass that I had. As he approached, a charged atmosphere enveloped us, and I found myself breathless in anticipation. My heart raced with an intensity that left me breathless, a secret melody I feared he might sense. His hand glided with an exquisite tenderness, laced with a whisper of uncertainty, as it gently swept a lock of hair away from my cheek. His fingers lingered, stretching the moment into something electric, sending a shiver cascading down my spine. My skin yearned for an intimate bond that transcended the ordinary. I longed for him to claim me, to openly embrace the depths of my heart and soul as his own. He glided through the space between us, each movement a tantalizing invitation to savor the intoxicating thrill of the moment as it unraveled in our shared silence. It was as if he were playfully toying with the very longing that had quietly taken root in the depths of my thoughts for weeks. "Dear Grant," I whispered softly, my words slipping from my lips like a secret meant only for you. "Envelop me in your embrace." He remained silent, choosing not to utter a single word in response. Instead, he perched on the edge of the bed, his gaze unwavering, locked onto mine with an intensity that sent shivers down my spine. His hand glided softly along my thigh, exploring my skin as if he were revealing the hidden depths of my essence. I sealed my lips, yielding to his tender caress, yearning for a bond that transcended the surface. As his fingers delicately brushed against the waistband of my panties, a tantalizing moment of hesitation hung between us. "If you long for my quietude, now is the moment to voice your desire." Yet halting was the very last desire that stirred within me. "Do not cease," I implored. In a sudden, deliberate gesture, he drew the fabric aside. His gaze locked onto mine with an intensity that sent shivers down my spine. Under his gaze, I felt utterly vulnerable, stripped bare not only in body but also in the very essence of my being. It was as if he could perceive every desire, every longing, every concealed truth I had tucked away in the shadows of my heart. His fingers danced across my sensitive skin, and I gasped, my legs trembling under his caress. He moved closer, his lips brushing softly against my ear, igniting a spark of forbidden desire. "This moment has lingered in your thoughts for far longer than you care to admit, hasn't it?" he murmured softly, his breath a tantalizing caress in the dim light. Indeed, I inhaled deeply, savoring the moment. As the sun sank beneath the horizon, the atmosphere grew heavy with an unvoiced tension, pulling us together in a tantalizing waltz of longing. He lingered, delving into the depths of my essence as if he sought to imprint every response, every breathless murmur, every tantalizing tremor of delight into his mind forever. And then, like a forbidden secret from the shadows, it revealed itself, stirring emotions long buried. He climbed steadily, loosening his belt with a deliberate grace that hinted at unspoken desires. As his pants slipped away, a wave of surprise washed over me, igniting a spark of intrigue. My heart fluttered with unexpected delight. He surpassed every fantasy I had conjured in my mind, his presence commanding and intoxicating. Opulent, profound, intoxicating. In that fleeting instant, an intoxicating calm enveloped me, stirring something deep within. This moment had danced through my fantasies countless times, yet as it materialized before me, I couldn't help but question if I could genuinely embrace him with unguarded affection. He noticed the hint of uncertainty in my gaze and drew closer, his lips grazing my neck, his voice a soft whisper that enveloped me like a tender caress. In a hushed whisper, he declared his desire to be tender. "Still, I yearn for you to truly sense my essence." Indeed, I certainly did. He navigated the space between my legs, one hand skillfully leading him while the other tenderly traced the contours of my face. As he drew near, his gaze captured mine, every step imbued with a deliberate allure. A breathless whisper escaped my lips. The vastness was both intimidating and intoxicating, lingering on the brink of the extraordinary. My body transformed into a tapestry of desire and unspoken longing. "Inhale deeply, my love," he murmured, his thumb softly caressing the curve of my lips. "Allow me entry, for I have poured my heart into this endeavor." With my eyes closed, I yielded to the enchanting cadence of his voice and the tender caress of his touch. He pulled me into a profound closeness, a bond that left no space for uncertainty. A soft sigh escaped my lips, a tender murmur of unbidden feelings. The tension lingered in the atmosphere, intertwined with an intoxicating sweetness, both piercing and enchanting in its embrace. As he settled intimately against me, we lingered for a moment, our hearts racing in perfect harmony. He released a low, throaty groan, consumed by an exquisite wave of feeling that swept over him. I held onto him tightly, my fingers pressing into his back as he started to move, each motion intentional and profound. Each movement resonated profoundly within the depths of my soul. A tide of completeness enveloped me, a profound feeling that resonated with a sense of possession. It was an error in judgment, a fleeting moment that lingered in the shadows of desire. Every aspect of it was cloaked in intrigue, yet it resonated with an undeniable sense of allure. His lips sought mine, overflowing with an intense, fervent desire. His hands encircled my hips, drawing me nearer with each fervent motion. The headboard thudded against the wall, a steady rhythm that resonated in the air, intensifying the warmth that wrapped around the room. In a time long past, a name lingered in the air, whispering secrets of desire and longing that transcended the boundaries of propriety. "Grant, my heart whispers your name in the quiet moments, where desire dances on the edge of propriety. I find myself unable to fulfill that request." I breathed out slowly, a tide of disbelief enveloping my senses. "I shall set forth on a captivating journey. Embrace it," he whispered, a soft encouragement that ignited a thrilling flutter deep within my heart. Indeed, I ventured into that alluring journey. A shiver danced along my spine, escalating into a wave of warmth and ecstasy that left me breathless, yearning for more. I cried out, holding on to him fiercely as if I were plunging into an abyss of shadows. He arrived moments later, his grip firm and possessive, a low sultry sound reverberating against my neck. As the final whispers of the evening faded into silence, we surrendered to one another, entwined in a passionate embrace, utterly spent. Our breaths mingled in a rhythm of urgency, each exhale a whispered secret shared between us. Our bodies entwined in a dance of desire. Our thoughts dance and entwine, reminiscent of leaves caught in a gentle breeze. A dense silence enveloped us, thick and tangible, as we both recognized that the way back was eternally barred from our reach. It all began with my faithful confidant. In this fleeting moment, the night feels incomplete, its magic dimmed in his absence. Grant, a presence who had unexpectedly entwined himself within the delicate threads of our lives. The mere whisper of his name ignited a thrill within me, a tantalizing echo of a forbidden past that lingered in the shadows. Our actions should have wrapped me in a shroud of guilt, yet instead, they ignited a forbidden thrill within me. Yet, it only stoked the embers of my longing, utterly entranced. As the hours slipped away, he strolled by, and with every sultry whisper that floated in from the adjacent room, an intoxicating desire for him ignited within me. My longing for him was as vital as the very breath that sustains me. Following that night, an extraordinary transformation began to take shape. Our touches had transformed, crossing the boundaries of innocent encounters. Our gazes intertwined in a mesmerizing hold, brimming with unvoiced desires. We discovered how to embrace the intimate whispers of solitude, to move softly around my mother, like two secretive souls entwined in a perilous dance of desire. Yet it lacked the pulse of a genuine escapade. In the shadow of challenges, it transformed into a journey of resilience and longing. In the hushed embrace of the night, Grant began his clandestine journey to my room, gliding through the shadows as the clock whispered away the hours. In the quiet embrace of the night, a soft whisper blankets the world. Proceed with caution. There were instances when he would lie next to me, his strong hand softly exploring the curves of my thighs while I feigned slumber. In that moment I surrendered entirely to his caress, as his fingers discovered my hidden source of delight. On other nights, he would stir me from my slumber with gentle, alluring whispers, his presence already near, brimming with longing and unspoken yearnings. He took great pleasure in teasing me with a playful intensity that stirred something deeper within. "What is it that stirs your heart, my beloved?" he would ask, and I would let out a gentle sigh, yearning for him to be near. "Dearest Grant, your presence ignites a fire within me that I can hardly contain." Each evening spent in his company unveiled a deeper layer of desire, a thrilling dance on the edge of what is deemed acceptable. Once again, a memory etched deep within my soul. He expanded my world in ways that no one else ever could. His essence wrapped around me, intertwining with the soft glow of dawn, igniting a forbidden spark within. Yet, it transcended the boundaries of mere physicality. On certain nights, he would prepare a soothing bath for me, his strong hands tenderly caressing every inch of my body before drawing me close to the fogged-up bathroom mirror. On those secretive mornings, we would quietly slip into the garage, where I would perch on the dryer, and he would catch me off guard by lifting my dress, enveloping me in a tender embrace that felt both thrilling and forbidden. It was cloaked in a veil of neglect. It was a misstep, yet it unfolded into something exquisitely flawless. I set my vibrator aside, not due to a waning desire for release, but because no other pleasure could compare to the intoxicating bliss he offered. His sighs enveloped me, a tender caress that ignited a forbidden spark between us. His scent enveloped me like a forbidden elixir, intoxicating and rich, while the low timbre of his voice caressed my ear, igniting a thrilling warmth that coursed through me as he drew me near, claiming me in a way that felt both exhilarating and dangerous. One sultry afternoon I found myself returning home early, only to unexpectedly discover him in the living room, a sight that stirred something deep within me. Glistening beads of sweat adorned his chest as he lost himself in the task at hand, his shirt abandoned in a moment of reckless abandon. My gaze wrapped around him, a lingering caress that held secrets untold. He raised his gaze, a sly smile playing on his lips. "Do you feel the emptiness that lingers in my absence?" I stepped nearer, letting my purse slip from my grasp, my heart pounding fiercely in my chest. "It might be something that eludes your comprehension." He drew me onto his lap, our lips colliding in a fervent embrace, igniting a spark that felt both thrilling and forbidden. His presence surged, wrapping around me in a way that ignited a forbidden thrill. I leaned closer, a surge of desire enveloping me, and murmured, "Take me." And thus it reveals itself to you. On that day, I found myself on the living room couch, lost in the intimacy of the moment as I leaned into him, surrendering to the rhythm of his embrace, his hands firmly holding my waist, as if I were the only woman he could ever desire. We remained blissfully unaware as the garage door let out a soft, haunting creak, a sound that seemed to linger in the air, unnoticed by our entwined souls. My heart danced on the precipice of unspoken desires. My mother, an intricate part of my existence, embodies tales of passion, fortitude, and an unwavering spirit. Every encounter with her unfolds like a secret story, rich with warmth and profound understanding, intricately weaving into the fabric of my being. Grant drew me near, enveloping us in a warm blanket as I nervously adjusted my dress. We lingered in that electric moment, hearts racing and cheeks flushed, poised on the edge of an unspoken truth. On that fateful day, we started to understand the depths of our reckless desires. Yet, we continued forward, driven by an undeniable allure that urged us onward. The peril only amplified the fervor of the passion. In this fleeting moment, I am wrapped in a shroud of uncertainty, pondering how long this tantalizing predicament will linger in the shadows of our lives. How long shall we navigate the dimly lit paths, capturing fleeting instances within the intricate fabric of our desires? In the midst of life's swirling uncertainties, a singular truth remains steadfast within my heart. I have unearthed a thrilling sense of autonomy from my intimate companion. There I stood, utterly captivated by Grant, his fragrance weaving an intoxicating spell in the air around me. Each encounter with him draws me in deeper, his striking demeanor and undeniable charm leaving me spellbound. I sense an unspoken connection, a mutual fascination that simmers just beneath the surface, hinting at something more forbidden between us.